What's up, everybody? Brothers, sisters, psychonauts, and seekers of truth. It is Ananka, and welcome to my bazaar. Today, I have an ether trip report for you. The title of this trip report is Sudden Meaning to Abstract Childhood Thought, and was submitted to Erowid in 2006 by the user Nuke It Good. With all that being said, let our story begin. So I got back from Alabama yesterday, and waiting for me were my friends, ready to do ether. We had always spoke of doing it, but we had just never got the inclination to take action. We used the starter fluid water extraction method in a glass, used a dropper to get the ether out, transfer it to a small container, and cut up old t-shirts to use as rags. There were 6 of us. I got my rag, and I huffed my ass off. Within maybe a minute, I was feeling the full effects of it. There is a definite feeling of exactly how much the ether is affecting you. And this first time was just enough to see the tip of the iceberg of how ether would be. I had trouble standing, but it was fun to try. The most notable thing we all had in common was the constant pulsating of everything. There was a constant wah 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 that caused everything to almost breathe to its rhythm. There was a slight echo to the things people said. The effects only lasted for a little while, maybe 10 minutes. But I actually have no idea because you really lose the track of time. The second time I did it, I did a lot more. This time it was pure craziness. The pulsating effects, of course. But this time, I would hear these phrases that it seems like I've heard for years and years and years. Like childhood dreams that would have these abstract thoughts and feelings to them that I never understood until then. For example, a voice would say, less than 3. Then the pulsating would get slower, but stronger. And then I would feel something on my hand. It seems like I've had that dream when I was a very small child, and I never understood it or knew the context of it. But my friend was trying to read a note his grandfather gave him with indistinguishable handwriting. So we couldn't figure out what it said for the life of us. We were passing it around, trying to make sense of it. But our answers would all come out drastically different. It was exactly like on that Seinfeld episode, where Jerry sleepily scribbled down what he thought was going to be good material. But when he woke up, he couldn't read it, and had to get other people to try to figure it out. But anyway, my friend had read it and said, less than 3. The pulsating slowed and grew stronger, and my friend's head had touched the ground and hit my hand. That was the feeling. There was an extreme epiphany at this point, and the same kind of thing happened more. Closing my eyes was a strange experience, and I would see these pulsating shapes and colors moving about, all of which had some kind of prior significance to me. After doing it the second time, I was talking to people about how they felt, and said they were phrases with great importance to them, and their experiences too. We did it one last time, because obviously it is extremely bad for you, and we were running out anyway. The last time, it was just two of my closest friends and I, which I knew was going to be the best. This time, I did a shitload of it. I was just sitting on the bathroom floor, and everything became pulsating again. One of my friends was crumpled over himself in uncontrollable laughter. The other just exclaimed, "Why won't Pikachu get out of my vision?" We had played Pokemon Snap for nostalgia's sake just earlier. He then said, "Everyone pet the Pikachu," and he started petting my other friend who was laughing uncontrollably. I did too, as it made sense at the time. Then he said things like, "Good Pikachu. That's such a good Pikachu," etc., etc. Our friends outside the bathroom door could hear all of this going on, and it was then that they decided to open the door to see what the fuck was going on. They opened it to find us petting our friend and praising him for being Pikachu. Hilarity ensued, and I realized what the hell I was doing. Then I tried to walk, and walking is quite a fun experience. Everything is extremely exaggerated. There was a shoe on the ground, and I kept brushing it with my feet. I kept thinking it was a person, or something I wasn't supposed to step on, so I would have to shift my weight and try to get my balance back, which was no easy task. Finally, I got fed up, picked up the shoe, and said, "Every time I step on this shoe, I have to constantly reevaluate my sense of balance, and all for nothing, because it's a fucking shoe." It was a very fun drug to do with people, because we would all say some off-the-wall shit, and it would somehow make sense to the rest of us. Of course, we might have all interpreted it differently, which is entirely likely. But all in all, it definitely made me see things in a different way. Very different from any kind of drug I've ever done. I'm very glad I did it. Alright, everyone. That is the end of our story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Comment your ether experiences in the comments section. And I will see you in the next one, fam. Deuces.